Well, good day, everyone. We've got a lot of yellow on the screen today. That is going to be a slight risk for severe thunderstorms going into tomorrow. They're going to be stretching from southern Kansas all the way to southern Minnesota. Storm Prediction Center's own discussion has already flagged a possible upgrade to enhance risk going into tomorrow morning. My name is Dylan. I'm an aviation weather forecaster up in Alaska, and this week has a lot going on, so let's get through it. Before Thursday, though, right now, we have a critical fire weather risk across the High Plains. That red zone is going to be covering eastern Colorado, western Kansas, and parts of Nebraska and South Dakota. High winds, low humidity, and drought stressed grass are a very dangerous combination. Almost nearly all of Oklahoma and Texas have already been in a drought. There's around 89 to 99% from the U.S. Drought Monitor. The Southern Plains burned badly this winter and spring, with over hundreds of thousands of acres already being scorched. So do not burn anything outside today if you are in that zone. Tomorrow, the critical risk is going to be shifting south into New Mexico and the Texas Panhandle, right before the cold front and the rains arrive with Thursday's storm system. For today's storms, though, on Wednesday, we are expecting marginal risk only. A few strong storms are possible across the High Plains and separately across Indiana and Ohio. Isolated hail and gusty winds are expected, but nothing widespread. So, Wednesday is going to be a limited day overall, but Thursday is the one to watch. Now, the main event. We have a slight risk for severe storms from southern Kansas to southern Minnesota, and the Storm Prediction Center is already hinting at an upgrade to enhance risk when the morning update comes through. That's not something that they say lightly. So, here's the simple version of what's happening. We have a strong cold front pushing into the plains throughout the day. Ahead of that front, we have warm and humid air that's pushing north out of the Gulf of Mexico. When these two air masses clash on Thursday afternoon, we're going to be expecting some very severe storms, and the atmosphere is going to be loaded enough with instability to support some supercells. Now, the tornado map shows a hatched area over Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas. The hatching is the Storm Prediction Center's new conditional intensity designation. It means if tornadoes form in that zone, they could be violent. The hail map shows a 15% probability of significant hail. Now, we're talking about hailstones that are approaching baseball size in the worst areas. And as these storms grow and organize into a line through the evening, we're going to be expecting damaging winds to become the dominant threat across a wide area. So, if you're in Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, or Missouri, have a plan before storms start impacting tomorrow afternoon. Do not wait until you see something on the radar. And also check the Storm Prediction Center's Day 1 update tomorrow morning. That's going to be when the picture starts to get really, really clear. Now, Thursday's system does not stop at Kansas. The front is going to be pushing south and east overnight, and by Friday, that severe weather threat is going to shift into Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, and Missouri. Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk for that region on Friday, with large hail and damaging winds as the main hazards. Behind the storms on Friday, there's also going to be a flash flooding concern for Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama, as the stalling front could start to cause some heavy rain to pile up in the same areas over and over again, and that's when flash flooding can become fairly dangerous. So, watch your local National Weather Service office closely on Friday and Saturday if you are located in the Mid South. Behind that cold front on Thursday, also, we're expecting temperatures to rapidly drop. The northern plains and Rockies are looking at highs only in the 30s to 40s on Friday through Sunday. And that's going to be 20 to 25 degrees below normal. And late season snow in the mountains are going to be expected throughout Thursday. The West Coast is expecting weather to be settling down with a ridge building right over it. So quieter and warmer is going to be expected over there by the weekend. Heading into next week, the CPC's week 2 outlook is showing two things. First, we're expecting well below normal temperatures hanging over the Great Lakes and Northeast as that cold air really starts to dig in. Second, a slight risk for heavy precipitation is developing across the southern tier. That's going to be from Texas through Georgia and the Carolinas. And that's going to be occurring around April 29th to 30th. The second system is going to be moving out of the west, and as it's going to be interacting with some of that Gulf of Mexico moisture, we're going to be expecting another round of heavy rain for the south. But that's going to be our next story to track here on this channel. So, quick recap. We have fire weather as a danger for today across the high plains, so please don't burn anything outside. We're also going to be expecting some limited storms today, with Thursday being the main event. We're expecting some enhanced risk to be possible for violent tornadoes and very large hail in the highest risk zone, which is going to be from Kansas to Minnesota. Friday, our threat is going to be shifting into the Arkansas, Texas area with flash flooding possible in the Mid-South. And then going into this weekend, we're expecting our cold temperatures to crash down behind the front and potential for some more late season snow. Then going into next week for the South, we're expecting more rain. Now, as always, I'm sourcing all this information from official government sources such as the SPC, WPC, and CPC. I have links in the description. And again, my name is Dylan. This is All France Weather. And if you liked the video, like and subscribe.